In the last lesson, we learned that AI businesses can't be evaluated using traditional SaaS metrics alone. But here's another mistake people often make. They assume all AI companies are fundamentally the same. They're not. A company like Cursor is very different from Harvey. Harvey is different from Perplexity, and Perplexity is different from OpenAI. So before you judge whether an AI business is good or bad, you first need to understand what kind of AI business it is. In this lesson, I'll introduce a simple framework that'll help you classify almost any AI company and predict its strengths, weaknesses, and long term economics. Imagine you are an investor. Five founders walk into the room. Every one of them says exactly the same thing. We're building an AI company. That statement tells you almost nothing. Some of these companies naturally build healthy margins. Others will struggle regardless of how good their product is. The difference isn't the quality of the model, it's the business they're actually building. Today, you'll learn the first framework that lets you predict that. The four archetypes. Almost every successful AI company falls into one of the four patterns. Think of these as the business DNA. They're not about technology, they're about where value is created. More importantly, each archetype follows a different economic destiny. Let's start with the simplest, a wrapper. Wrappers add a thin user experience on top of an existing model. The intelligence largely comes from someone else's API. The application is convenient, but switching costs are low. If another startup builds a better interface tomorrow, customers can leave easily. That's why wrappers usually have the weakest long term margins. Workflow businesses are different. Here, AI is only one part of a much larger experience. Think about Cursor. Developers don't just visit Cursor for AI, they write code, navigate files, debug, run terminals, collaborate. Even if another model becomes better tomorrow, changing workflows is painful. That is why workflow businesses usually enjoy healthier margins. Vertical AI focuses on one industry: legal, healthcare, banking, insurance, education. The AI is important, but it isn't the moat. The moat comes from trust, regulations, proprietary datasets, deep workflows, compliance. That is why companies like Harvey aren't just AI chatbots, they're becoming the legal infrastructure. Finally, we have platforms. Platforms don't simply use AI, they enable other companies to build AI. Think about OpenAI APIs or NVIDIA GPUs or infrastructure companies like LangChain. The more developers build, the more valuable the platform becomes. Platforms often enjoy the strongest network effects, but also require enormous investment. Notice something interesting. These archetypes don't just describe products, they describe economics. Wrappers compete on convenience, workflow companies compete on habit, vertical AI companies on expertise, platforms compete on ecosystems. Each creates a complexity, different margin profile. Now, let's test your intuition. Cursor, workflow. Harvey, vertical AI. Servam, platform. Perplexity, interesting. Today, I would call it mostly a wrapper that's trying very hard to become a workflow. And that's an important insight. Companies evolve. Great AI businesses don't stay trapped in weak archetypes, they migrate towards stronger ones. Here's the most powerful use of this framework: don't just classify companies, predict where they are going. Ask yourself, is this company becoming harder to replace? Is it owning more workflow? Is it collecting proprietary data? Is it becoming infrastructure? Those questions are often more valuable than asking how many users it has. Today, you've learned the first framework of the course. Whenever you encounter an AI company, stop asking, is this a good AI product? Instead, what kind of AI business is this? Is something that you need to ask. Once you answer that, you'll often predict its future margins, its competitive threats, and the decisions management must make. That's exactly how experienced AI PMs begin evaluating companies. From now on, whether you come across an AI company, don't start by asking, is this a good product? Instead, ask, what kind of AI business is this? But understanding the type of business is only the first step. The next question is even more practical. Where does an AI business actually spend its money? That's what we'll uncover in the next lesson, which is AI bill of materials or AI bomb.